What if the very thing you chase every single day, comfort, wasn't saving you at all? What if comfort wasn't freedom, wasn't happiness, but the most elegant prison humanity has ever built? You wake up in the morning, and the bed is warm. Outside, it's cold, chaotic, uncertain. So you stay under the blanket just a little longer. You check your phone, notifications, likes, reassurance that you are still part of the world. A warm bath for the ego. You eat food that's convenient, not nourishing. You watch content that entertains, not challenges. You repeat routines that feel safe, not meaningful. And then you say to yourself, this is good. This is life. I am free. But deep inside, you know the truth. Comfort feels good in the moment, but leaves you strangely hollow. You scroll for hours and can't remember what you consumed. You avoid hard conversations, and your relationships quietly decay. You delay the work that matters, and your dreams begin to rot on the shelf. Here's the paradox. Comfort pretends to protect you, but in reality, it softens you, weakens you, and slowly builds invisible walls around your potential. We live in an age obsessed with comfort. We design technology to remove friction. We design societies to remove struggle. We design lifestyles to avoid discomfort. And yet, anxiety, depression, and despair are higher than ever. Could it be that the very thing we worship is also what is destroying us? Plato once described the cave where prisoners watched shadows on a wall and believed it to be reality. The cave was not built of stone, it was built of comfort. Why leave the fire? Why walk into the blinding light? It's easier to stay where it's familiar, even if it's false. Nietzsche saw this as well. He warned that human beings have a herd instinct. Most of us don't crave freedom, we crave security. We'd rather be comfortable within the herd than endure the terrifying responsibility of standing alone. In his words, man does not want the truth. What he demands is illusions, without which he cannot live. Think about modern illusions. Endless entertainment, fast food, climate-controlled rooms, on-demand pleasures. None of these are inherently evil, but when they become the center of life, they numb us. They keep us docile. They make us forget that growth only happens through discomfort. Psychology agrees. The principle of hedonic adaptation tells us that every pleasure, no matter how intense, quickly fades to normal. That new phone, that new sofa, that warm blanket excites you for a moment, then disappears into the background. So what do? We chase more comfort. And in chasing, we become trapped in a loop of craving, never satisfied, never free. Kierkegaard went further. He argued that despair isn't caused by pain, it's caused by emptiness. A life built only on avoiding discomfort ends up hollow. You can have everything you want and still feel like nothing is enough. Because in comfort, you avoid the very struggles that give life meaning. History offers its own warning. Rome didn't collapse because of one battle it decayed from within. Bread and circuses kept the masses entertained and docile while corruption hollowed out the empire. People traded freedom for comfort. And by the time the walls came crashing down, the people no longer had the strength to fight. And look at us now. Netflix, Uber Eats, TikTok, climate control, dopamine on demand. Bread and circuses have simply changed their packaging. The empire is different, but the pattern is the same. The harsh truth? Comfort is not neutral. Comfort is control. Leaders, rulers, corporations, those who understand human nature don't need to chain you. They just need to keep you comfortable enough that you never question the walls around you. And this is why Nietzsche called comfort the death of greatness. Because true freedom, true creation, true life always demands struggle, always demands discomfort, always demands you leave the cave. So, what do? How do we escape the comfort trap? First, We must recognize it. Every time you scroll instead of create, every time you avoid instead of confront, every time you choose easy over meaningful, you are feeding the prison. Seeing the bars is the first step. Second, practice discomfort on purpose. Small acts of voluntary hardship. Say no to convenience. Wake up earlier. Take a cold shower. Speak the truth when silence would be easier. Each act is a rebellion, a way to remind your mind and body, I am not here to be comfortable. I am here to be alive. Third, reframe struggle as meaning. Remember Nietzsche's words, he who has the why to live can bear almost anyhow. Pain, sacrifice, effort, these are not signs of failure. They are the price of freedom. Without them, your so-called freedom is nothing but gilded chains. And finally, take responsibility. Freedom is not given, it is taken. And it is taken by those willing to bear the weight of discomfort, those willing to walk into the blinding light outside the cave, even when it burns. So let me leave you with this. The softest prison is the one you never try to escape. Comfort whispers, stay here, rest, you're safe. But the more you listen, the more you forget what it means to truly live. The question is not whether comfort feels good. The question is whether comfort is slowly killing you. And if even the small part of this cracked open the illusion you've been living in, don't ignore it. Step deeper into discomfort. Step deeper into yourself. If this changed the way you think, then step further into the edge and subscribe. Because only at the edge of comfort begins the possibility of freedom.